Hello, and welcome back to another video of Calc Nerd. So today's video is going to be on a turn-based fighting game that I've been working on for a while. So the game basically is you and your enemy take turns attacking each other, dealing damage, and you can also choose the option to heal. And don't worry, I will show off the game so you'll be able to see that in just a second. So you and your opponent attack each other and deal damage. The first one to lose all their health obviously will lose. So if you lose all your health, your progress will be reset. So you'll have a level, and every time you win, you'll gain a level and also some coins, which you can use in an in-game shop to upgrade your character to get basically better attack or better heal, and also you can buy special attacks. So there's a lot that I'm going to show you in this game. It's going to be pretty awesome. So I hope you stick around for the rest of the video to see all of that, and I'll show you how you can program it on your own calculator. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, now let me show you Program Fight so you can see what it is. So it's going to start off with the loading screen, which is just basically asking you what you'd like to do. You can use the up and down arrow keys to indicate what you'd like to do, and then second to select. So if I want to go to the shop, I'd click second right now. But I'm going to play first, so now I'm going to click second. It's going to immediately start the game, so it chooses randomly between you starting and your opponent starting. So my opponent is an L and I am a theta. You are always the theta, but your opponent can change. It's from like a list of 13 different characters, I believe, and you can add more if you would like. So it just makes it look a little bit nicer. You'll see that you will start off with 100 health the very first time you play, and your health is continuous throughout the game. But after you win, you also do get more health. And then right now I am level 1 because I just started a new game. My opponent is level 3. They can be up to 2 levels higher than you, and they have around the same hit points as you, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. So I have the options now to attack, heal, or use a special. You can use the left and right arrow keys. You get 5 heals per battle and 5 specials overall. So if I have 4 by the end of this battle, the next battle I will have 4. But heals, you can have 5, and you get 5 more in the next battle. So if I want to heal, because the arrows are around heal, I click second. It will tell me that I healed 14 health, and then my enemy dealt 2. So if I attack, I also dealt 2 damage. And when you start out the game, you won't be dealing a ton of damage. As the game progresses, you will slowly get better and better. Because of your level, you will start dealing more and more damage, and you'll also be able to upgrade, which I'll show you after this fight. And you'll be able to deal more and more damage, and also get better stuff. So I'm going to heal again, just so I have a lot of health, and because it does not matter, because I'll have 5 by the next time anyways. And now I'm going to use a special. As you can see, it dealt 17 damage, which is more than I normally deal when just dealing a normal attack. And then I'm going to heal one more time, just so I have a lot of health. There he dealt 0 damage, dealt 7. So as you can see, the game is almost finished, and when you do win, which I got him down to 1 health, and then there, he is dead. Now I just got 42 coins. That's what that screen means. So it counts up whatever your coin number is, and it takes you back to the home screen. And if I were to play again, it would show you that I am now level 2. But before I do that and show you a little bit of gameplay, I'm going to go into the shop. So as you can see, this is the shop or store, and I have 43 coins right now. So your hit points, that means what level it is, attack, what level it is, and special, how many you currently have. The cap is 999, 999, and 5. So your hit point level can be pretty high, your attack level very high, which is the same as the hit point, and then your special, you can have 5 total. So I'm going to upgrade my hit point level. So the first 2, the hit points and the attack level, cost 10 each, and then the specials cost 20 coins each. So if I get one more hit point level, we'll do that. Then I click second, my coin number will go down. I'll get 2 attack levels. So now I'm at 3, and I have 13 coins, so I don't have enough to get that 5th special. And if I do try, it will not work. And it won't let you go below what it currently is, just so it's easier to remember. So now that I click second, now my levels have been upgraded. I'm going to play once more, and I'll be able to attack. And as you can see, I am level 2, so I got the first turn here. So I'm going to attack, and it may not look like you're doing a lot more damage. It's because the level progression is slow, and it's very slow. So you have to get like 15 upgrades or something like that probably to notice a significant difference or slightly more. But as you go on, even if you don't upgrade, just because of your level, you will deal more damage. So as you go on, you will just keep dealing more and more damage. And there I am now at 1 health, so it'd be a wise decision to heal. And even if I do die, I will show you quickly what happens if you die. If the enemy will get a good attack on me. There we go. So it just takes you back to the home screen. And if I go play again, you can see that I'm at level 1, so I have been reset. So that is basically what the game is. So you're able to attack and upgrade and do all that stuff. So now, after just a little bit of playing, just so you can watch a little bit more, I will show you what goes into the coding of this, explain some stuff, and show you how you can program this on your own calculator. So here we go. Okay, now let me show you how you can make a program fight on your own calculator. So the first thing we're actually going to do is we're going to create the custom list. So it has a dimension of 7, so do 7, the STO arrow key right here. And the reason I'm doing it outside of the program is then because you don't have to go back into it and do that kind of stuff. So I'm just covering it right here so you can just do it early on, and it makes it slightly easier. Then click second and exit the negative first. That'll bring you to the matrix tab. Go to the math section of the matrix tab, and you can click 3 or scroll down to dimensions. Then we're going to go to the catalog, which is second and 0. This is a useful thing to do, second and 0, because it is an alphabetical list of all the commands in the calculator. So if you need something, let's say in the L's, which we do, you just click on the button with the L, so this parenthesis button right here, and the L that we need is the very first one right there. So 7 store into the dimensions of the L, and then you just type in the name of the list that you want to do. So you can name it L Fight if you would like, or you can name it anything you really want. So if I wanted to do, let's say, list BC, I can do that, and it creates a list for me. So after you've done that, you can then go to the program tab, and you can create a new program. Since I already have it made, I'm going to go in to edit it. So label 4, which is the very first thing, it's because when you end the program, then I have it cycle back to the beginning. 7, store into the dimensions of L Fight. So if you're wondering where to get your list, now that you have created it, I'm just going to bring a couple lines down right here. So if you're wondering where to get your list, you click second and stat. Because I clicked the second button, it takes me to the yellow function, which is list. and it will have an alphabetical list of all the lists that I've created. So as you can see, lfight is 9 right now. So then if I just go into it and then I would click 9, it would bring up lfight. So if you need to do that, the quick menu way works really well because there will be a lot of doing that. So just remember, you go second and stat to take you to the list tab to get all that. So then after you figured out how to do that, we'll continue on with the program. So lfight at 1 plus 1 store into lfight at 1. If lfight at 4 is equal to 0, 1 store into lfight at 4. If lfight at 7 is equal to 0, 1 store into lfight at 7. If lfight is at 2 is equal to 0, 1 store into lfight at 2. This is just setting up the list for the game. If it's the first time you've played it, that's basically what this is doing, or if it gets reset. If lfight at 3 is less than or equal to 0, then 100 store into lfight at 3, 5 store into lfight at 6, and 1 store into lfight at 1. And clear home and 4 store into y. Output at y, comma 5, comma quote the greater than sign. It's the little arrow at the very beginning. That's what that is. Output at 1, comma 1, comma quote the plus symbol, a ton of minus symbols, and then a plus symbol directly below the quotations. And I also do that at 8, comma 1. And then for x, comma 2, comma 7, output at x, comma 1, comma quote a bracket. Output at x, comma quote the end bracket. X, comma 16, comma quote. And then an end. Output at 2, comma 6, comma quote battle. Output at 4, comma 7, comma quote play. Output at 5, comma 7, comma quote shop. And output at 6, comma 7, comma quote exit. So this is, now I've drawn the screen that has like the fancy border and then battle, and then you're able to select. And that's what this next repeat loop here is doing. Repeat until k is equal to 21. Get key store into k. If k, then output at y, comma 5, comma quote a space min 6, comma max 4, comma y plus k is equal to 34 minus k is equal to 25 store into y. Make sure you have the commas in here, otherwise the program will not work if you don't have like the certain commas or parentheses that I have. This is Boolean logic is what's happening here, and I will eventually make a video explaining that. It'll probably be my next one, and also explaining get key stuff. So if you are unsure of what that does, don't worry. I will have a video on that pretty soon. Output at y, comma 5, comma quote the greater than sign, and 2 ends. For x, comma 5, comma 12, output at y, comma x, comma quote a greater than sign. Output at y, comma x minus 1, comma quote a space, end. If y is equal to 4, go to 1. If y is equal to 5, go to 2. If y is equal to 6, go to 3. So if you clicked play, go to play pretty much, in the label, anytime you use a go to, it searches for the label with the same characters or number after it. So the play thing would be right here, which is why label 1 is right there. So if you clicked play, then we're going to clear home. For a, comma 1, comma 2, output at 1 plus 7 multiplied by a is equal to 2, comma 1, comma quote HP, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces right there. 6, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is the 6th one. And then level, and then another bracket there. So in total, it equals 16. And int of half of lfight at 2, random 80 plus answer, comma 100 plus answer, store into h, and that will be the opponent's health. Random 1, comma 15, so there's 15 different characters that can be chosen to be like your opponent. So it's all those letters and then some symbols. If you'd like to change that around, you can. You just put in different letters. Just make sure you have 15 of them in this case. So all those, and then comma answer, comma 1. Answer stored into string 1. Output at 3, comma 13, comma answer. Output at 6, comma 4, comma quote the theta. Output at 8, comma 6, comma quote, no quote, just lfight at 3, which would be your level. Output at 8, comma 14, minus 1. multiplied by L fight at 2 is greater than 99, comma, L fight at 2. Randint L fight at 2, comma, L fight at 2 plus 2 multiplied by L fight at 2 is less than 999 stored to X. So that's the opponent's level. And then I'm just calling L fight at 2 so I can use it. Output at 1, comma, 14 minus 1 multiplied by X is greater than 99, comma, X. Output at 1, comma, 6, comma, H. 5 stored into L fight at 5. Del var L1, 2 stored into the dimensions of L1. To get dimensions, remember, go second and matrix, x to the negative first. Go over to the math tab, and dimensions will be the third option. And then we have h, comma, x, and there is a fancy bracket in front of that, not just a normal parenthesis, stored into L1. Randint 1, comma, 2 stored into h, which will be the turn system. Now we're actually into the game loop. Before it was just setting up the screen and everything. Now we're in the actual game loop that will run the game. Repeat until L1 at 1 is less than or equal to 0, or L fight at 3 is less than or equal to 0. If h is equal to 1, then, so this is the enemy, if h is equal to 1 would be your enemy in this case. Randint 1, comma, 10 stored into A. If answer is 10, then int, and 2 parentheses, 1 is from the int, another one is just an added one. L1 at 2 divided by 3.2. So your enemy has a 1 in 10 chance of doing a special attack, basically, which deals a lot more damage and can be deadly if you're at a very low health. You'll be able to tell if it's a special attack, especially when you're in the higher levels. It deals a lot more damage. Randint answer to answer plus 12, store into D. Else, so if it's not, then just do a normal attack. Int min 50 plus 0.12 of L1 at 2, comma, int of L2 at 2 divided by 4.2. This is just a lot of math, basically making a cap on how much damage it can do, and then also doing a randint in just a second here to decide how much damage it does on a normal attack. So it doesn't do too much, so it can't kill you in like 3 turns, so it makes it more of a fun fight. Then we have randint answer, comma, answer plus 16, store into D. End for x, comma, 1, comma, 40, which just makes a little pause basically. Output at 6, comma, 4, comma, quote, the division symbol or the slash, end. Output at 7, comma, 5, comma, quote, the minus sign. Output at 7, comma, 6, comma, D. Output at 6, comma, 4, comma, quote, a theta. For x, comma, 1, comma, 260, end. That just creates another little pause. L fight at 3 minus D, store into L fight at 3. Output at 7, comma, 5, comma, quote. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces right there. H plus 1, store in H, end. Output at 8, comma, 5, and it's the same 8 spaces, I believe. Output at 8, comma, 6, comma, L fight at 3. If H is equal to 2, multiplied by the fact that L fight at 3 is greater than 0, then 1 store into Y. So we're getting into the other player's attack now. So then, 1 store into Y, like I just said. Output at 7, comma, 1, comma, quote, attack, heal, and special. So it is just abbreviated versions just because you don't have enough space to write out attack, heal, and special. And it just makes it nice that they're the same amount of letters. It just looks a lot cleaner. So that's why I do that there. Repeat until k is equal to 21. 2 parentheses, 3 actually, 1 carries over. And so repeat until k is equal to 21, and all of this in here is true, or y is equal to 1. So then you have all of this, and you have multiplied by the fact that y is equal to 6, multiplied by the fact that L fight at 5 is greater than 1, and or y is equal to 11, and L fight at 6 is greater than 1, or y is equal to 1. The reason that y is equal to 1, because your enemy goes first, and it doesn't check for the end of the game until it gets to the end of the repeat loop. I just have to have it check again in here. So it's basically saying skip your turn if y is equal to 1 because I don't want you to take another attack if you already died. That's basically what that does. If alpha at 3 is less than or equal to 0, return. And that exits a if loop, and then the y is equal to 1 exits the repeat loop. So that's how that works, just to get it to the end of the game. Get key stored into k. If sum of k is equal to 24, comma 26, so if k is equal to 24, 26, then output at 7, comma 1, 8 spaces. Output at 7, comma 1, comma quote, attack, heal, and special. Max 1, comma min 11, comma y plus 5 multiplied by the fact that k is equal to 26 minus 5 multiplied by the fact that k is equal to 24, stored into y. Output at 7, comma y, comma quote, the less than sign. Output at 7, comma y plus 5, comma quote, the greater than sign. If y is equal to 1, output at 6, comma 14, comma quote, and I believe that's one space right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, just double checking that. If y is equal to 6, then output at 6, comma 15, comma quote, divided by 5. Output at 6, comma 14, comma quote, alpha at 5. And if y is equal to 11, then output at 6, comma 15, comma quote, divided by 5. Output at 6, comma 14, comma alpha at 6. And then 3 ends right there to end that. Then we're getting into more of the math stuff again after this, and also showing that you did damage to your opponent or you healed and doing all that stuff. Output at 6, comma 14, comma quote, and that looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Output at 7, comma 1, comma quote, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 spaces. If alpha at 3 is greater than 0, then if y is equal to 1, then int min 50 plus 0.12 of alpha at 2, comma int of alpha at 2 divided by 4, and there is parentheses in there before the 4, so just make sure you watch for that kind of stuff. Rand int answer, comma answer plus 12, store into d. D plus I part of 0.2 of alpha at 4, store into d. That's where it factors in your level of attack, just so it makes it more fun, and also so I can have a shop in there to make the game more fun. For x, comma 1, comma 40, output at 3, comma 13, comma quote, the division symbol, end. Output at 2, comma 5, comma quote, the minus sign. Output at 2, comma 6, comma d, L1 at 1 minus d, store into L1 at 1. Output at 3, comma 13, comma string 1. To get string 1, that is one that we have not covered yet, you click the vars key. You then click the 7 button, or scroll up 1 to string, or down. You can also get there like that, and there you will find string 1. For x, comma 1, comma 260, end. Output at 2, comma 5, comma quote, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 spaces. And if y is equal to 6, then int of alpha at 2 divided by 4. Int of answer plus 0.12 of alpha at 7. This is your heal level, where it's taking that into account. Random at answer plus 10 to answer plus 30, store into d. Output at 7, comma 5, comma quote, a plus. Output at 7, comma 6, comma d. For x, comma 1, comma 260, end. Alpha at 3 plus d, store into alpha at 3. If alpha at 3 is greater than 999, store into alpha at 3. So your level cannot exceed 999. Output at 7, comma 5, comma quote, and I believe that will be 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, or 5 spaces, excuse me. Output at 8, comma 6, comma quote, alpha at 3. Alpha at 5 minus 1, store into alpha at 5. So if you used a special attack, subtract 1 from that. If y is equal to 11, then int of alpha at 2 divided by 3 minus 0.1 of alpha at 6. Ren int answer to answer plus 30, store into D, output at 2, 5, quote a minus, output at 2, 6, D. For x, 1, 5, output at 3, 13, quote a W. Rand 3, this is creating that fire effect. Output at 3, 13, quote a V. Rand of 3. Output at 3, 13, quote a capital V. Rand 3. Output at 3, 13, quote a capital W. Rand of 3. And end. So that just creates, it almost looks like fire. If you don't want to include that, you do not have to. I just think it makes it look kind of nice. Then you have an end. Output at 3, 13, string 1. For x, 1, 260, end. L1 at 1 minus D store into L1 at 1. Output at 2, 5, quote 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 spaces. L fight at 6 minus 1 store into L fight at 6, and end. 2 ends right there. H minus 1 store into H. So now it's bringing it back to the other person's turn. Output at 1, 5, quote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 spaces. There's a lot of 6 spaces in this. Output at 1, 6, L1 at 1, and end. 2 ends. Clear home, so that is the end of the main game loop, and then we're going to get into the after game and then also the shop, and that will be the end of the program. Clear home, randint 25, 60, store into D, so you can get anywhere from 25 to 60 coins, but then also it factors in your level, so the higher level, the more coins you're able to get. So int of D plus 0.1 of L1 at 2, store into D. If L fight at 3 is less than or equal to 0, then del var L fight at 3 and del var D, end. If D, then, so if you actually did not lose, then you'll gain coins. Output at 4, 5, quote the zeros right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. For x, L fight at 1, L fight at 1 plus D, 1 plus int log of x, output at 4, 12, or minus answer x, end. L fight at 1 plus D store into L fight at 1, L fight at 2 plus rand int 20, 40, so that is, you're gaining more health, 70 plus answer store into L fight at 3. For x, 1, 150, end. So it does a pause. Just L fight at 2 plus 1, store into L fight at 2, end. Go to 4, which is the very beginning of the program, and then label 2, so we are into the shop part of it. So if you click shop, it'll go to 2 right here. Clear home, output at 1, 1, quote 16 minus signs, another 16 minus signs right there. Then for x, 1, 8, output at x, 1, quote the I, output at x, 16, quote another I, end. For output at 1, 3, quote a store, or just store, sorry, not a store. Output at 3, 4, quote hit points with the period. Output at 5, quote, 5, 4, quote attack with the period. Output at 7, 4, quote special with the period. Output at 3, 11, L fight at 7. Output at 5, 11, L fight at 4. And output at 7, 11, L fight at 6. For x, 1, 3, del var C. So you're going to do this 3 times because you're able to select 3 different things. That's why there is a for loop there. Output at 1, 9, quote, and I believe there is 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 6. I probably should have just counted. 1 plus int log of L fight at 1. Output at 1, 15 minus answer, L fight at 1. L fight at 7, store into D. If x is equal to 2, L fight at 4, store into D. If x is equal to 3, L fight at 6, store into D. D, store into A. Repeat until k is equal to 21 and L fight at 1, your coin number, minus how many coins it costs, is greater than or equal to 0. So you can't exhaust your coin supply and go into debt, pretty much. Get key, store, and decay. Output at 2x plus 1, comma 11, comma a. 2x plus 1, output at 2x plus 1, comma 10, comma quote, the less than sign. Output at 2x plus 1, comma 12, plus int log of a, and 2 parentheses there, the greater than sign. A plus k is equal to 26 minus k is equal to 24, store into h. If h is not equal to 0 and h is greater than or equal to d, h store into a. If x is equal to 3 multiplied by the fact that a is greater than 5, 5 store into a. So you can't get more than 5 specials. That's what that's limiting. Then if x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 2 and a is greater than 999, 999 store into a. So this is capping off 999 as the top limit to either the attack level or the heal level. Does both of them there. If x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 2, this is your coin number here. 10 multiplied by a minus d, so your new level number minus your old level number, which will give you how many, the difference, and then you multiply that by 10, and that's your how much it costs. Or if x is equal to 3, it costs 20, so 20 multiplied by a minus d store into c. And if x is equal to 1, a store into L fight at 7. If x is equal to 2, a store into L fight at 4. If x is equal to 3, a store into L fight at 6. L fight at 1 minus c store into L fight at 1. End. Go to 4 and label 3. So that is the end of the program. That is the entire program. It is a fairly large program, but I think it's a pretty fun game to play. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you really enjoy playing the game. I hope if you like it, leave a comment. I'd be happy to respond to comments. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't worry about that. I will get to you as soon as I can. Also, join the Discord server. Link will be in the description. So with that, I hope you had fun playing this game, and I'll see you in the next one.